and welcome to Magical Travel Adventure. I am Lauren, your host, and today we are going to be talking about updates to Disney World for 2024. This is going to actually make your vacation better for 2024 than if you've gone in the past couple of years. If you are new here, hello, I am Lauren. I am a travel advisor, and I am here to make your vacation stress-free. So let's get into talking about 2024. Now, the reason that 2024 is going to be so much better is that in the last couple of years, Disney World has kind of changed what they needed to do. Obviously, COVID changed things and there were new things set up. So, one of the major things set up was that you needed to make a park pass reservation. So, anytime you wanted to visit the park starting in 2020, you had to make a park reservation and you had to choose which park you were going to go to, and they could possibly sell out. It was more of an issue in 2020 and 2021. In 2022, maybe a couple days beforehand, days might sell out, but not as big of an issue. The biggest problem people are seeing or saw before this time is that they would make park pass reservations and then they would just poof, disappear right before their vacation. So I'm really glad that in 2024, and when I say 2024, I mean January 9th, 2024, because everything changes on January 9th. So as of January 9th, you no longer need park pass reservations, and that's if you're a regular ticketed customer. If you have an annual pass, you still might need to make park pass reservations on certain days for certain parks. Not really sure what that's going to look like, but in the meantime, everyone pretty much can say goodbye, park passes. We didn't like you. Don't ever come back. And that makes planning a little easier. There's a little more flexibility if you wake up, or let's say you're taking your kid for the first time and you find out, like, oh my gosh, they loved Epcot. I want to make sure that we can go back there. But, we're scheduled to go to, Animal Kingdom instead. I think we can skip Animal Kingdom instead and just do Epcot again. They really liked it. You have that flexibility now to do that, and you're not so boxed into very specific things. Now, when we get into talking about Genie Plus, that might change your mind a little bit, but we'll talk about that. So, another thing that is returning are the Disney dining plans are returning. Now, when we left before COVID, there were 4 different plans that you could choose from. Now we're back to 2. So I don't see that changing anytime soon. I think 2 is going to be the maximum that they're going to go for. I have a whole video about this, so if you are interested in what the Disney dining plan is, I'm going to briefly go over it, and then you can watch the video if you need it. But the dining plan is returning. We have quick service and the Disney dining plan. Quick service is going to offer you 2 quick service meals and a snack per day, per person, per night of stay. Each person will also get a refillable mug that you can use at the resort as often as you want. The Disney dining plan is different. That offers each person a table service credit, a quick service credit, and 1 snack per day per person, and a resort refillable mug that you can use the whole time when you're at the resort. Now, with that being said, not everyone's going to need the dining plan. So it's kind of like a personal choice if you want that. But if you like that prepaying for things in advance, this is a great option. I also will say that everyone in your party has to have the same thing. So everyone who's in that room with you has to have the Disney dining plan. You have to be staying on Disney property in order to add the dining plan. So if you're not staying on Disney property, you can't add the dining plan. You can add it if you're an annual pass holder or if you're doing a split stay. That gets into more technical things, but you can add it. You need to call. So that's fine. You could call, but everyone has to either be on the quick service or on the Disney dining plan option. So those are your 2 options, and you can do those. I'm going to just say my 2 cents that I think the quick service option is the best value, and you really need to know what table service options you're going for to see if that is the best option. Gratuity for table service is not included, so that you'll have to additionally purchase. All right, but this is a great addition. I'm so happy this is back. So many people want this, so very, very happy that this is back. Now, Genie Plus changes are coming. Now, I'm doing this in October of 2023. I know that changes are coming. Disney has announced it, but they haven't announced exactly what those changes are. So, what we can guess is that what it looks like is no one likes getting up at 7 a.m. every day of their vacation to make a Genie Plus selection. So the hope is that hopefully we would be able to make those reservations a couple of days before your trip begins, and that you'd be able to pre-purchase Genie Plus. You'd know what the price is at least a week in advance so that you're not like scrambling trying to figure that out. If you don't know, Genie Plus is a dynamic pricing, so it changes day to day. People get confused about Genie Plus and individual lightning lanes. So I'm hoping that that's all going to kind of come together a little better and just work a little better. I have done many TikToks about Genie Plus this year, the use of it and things like that. So you can go check out TikTok if you want to, but hopefully with the changes, it's going to be much easier for you in the future. And when the information comes out, I will do a video so it will best help you in the parks. Genie Plus has been complicated, and I will say that 7 a.m. time is really tough. All right. Another thing that is returning is park hopping is returning for a no time, meaning as of right now in 2023, park hopping doesn't begin until 2 p.m., really 1:47 p.m., but 2 p.m. And it's really hard for people who are park hoppers. I am a park hopper. I like to do maybe like 2 or 3 rides at Magic Kingdom and then go over to Epcot, maybe even go to Animal Kingdom. I like to do like 3 parks in one day sometimes, or 2 parks in one day. And that 2 o'clock time really just messes me up because sometimes I want to go to Magic Kingdom in the morning, have a lunch at Epcot, and then go back for a rest, and then possibly go to Hollywood Studios in the evening. Now, I get to go all the time, so I understand for like first time or second time visitors, this is not your thing. But people who frequent a little more often or take rests during the day, they are the people who really like that park hopping option. And I am very, very excited about that. Now, there are other things that I did not make slides for if you're watching, but that are really important to understand about 2024. In 2023, deluxe resorts have been discounted the most. That looks like it's going to continue for 2024. And when I say that, I mean that you can find the best deals a lot of times at the deluxe resorts. Animal Kingdom Lodge and Wilderness Lodge are the two that I'm thinking about. Those are the two that I call are like entry level deluxe resorts. Those two have had significant discounts, promotions offered all through 2023. There are even promotions starting in 2024. Again, I see Wilderness Lodge and Animal Kingdom getting the most promotions. So if you are used to staying in a moderate resort, you might want to be looking at those deluxe resorts. You also might want to consider working with a travel agent who's going to look for those things when those discounts come out. This year, I have saved my clients hundreds and thousands of dollars over every promotion. Every promotion that came out in 2023, I was able to secure almost everyone a certain promotion. The people who missed out the most were myself because I put my clients first. So their reservations are more important than mine. So they get the promotions first. Then I look for myself. If I can get them, I will. If not, I'm okay. I'm going back again. It's okay. But those promotions come out a lot. And I have changed a lot of people in 2023 from a moderate into a deluxe category because the price difference was very similar. We're talking about another maybe $200 to get you into that deluxe resort category. That makes a huge difference, especially if there are deluxe resort extended evening hours. That's a mouthful. But deluxe resorts have certain nights where they get extra hours in the parks, and it's only if you're a deluxe resort guest. And a lot of people really enjoyed that time and just getting that extra perk. The other perk that I will say that I did not think was going to be that important that was having different dining options, especially sit down dining options. We stayed at the Grand Floridian in August. It was the hottest it's ever been. We were there for a Halloween party, the first Halloween party. And I will say that it was hot, and we were so grateful that we were staying at the Grand Floridian, that we didn't have to wait in a bus line, that we could easily get to the Grand Floridian, that there were so many different dining options, that the pools were open, for a long time. That we had the water slide and the splash area for my son. And my son is a Pop Century kid. He loves Pop Century, doesn't want to stay anywhere else. He loves it. Loved going to the Grand Floridian. I thought it was going to be such a hard sell on him, and he ended up loving it. He loved the rooms. He loved being able to see the boats. He loved seeing the monorail go by. He liked seeing the castle, the fireworks from bed. He thought that was the coolest thing in the entire world, was seeing the fireworks from his bed, because it was so hot. It was like 90 degrees even at 9 o'clock at night. So we would watch the fireworks each night from our bed, and he loved it. He also loved the fact that Basin was in the Grand Floridian, and we got a bath bomb every day for him that he could put in his bath at night. Also something that he absolutely loved. So don't discount those deluxe resorts. They can make a huge difference in your vacation. And I talk about that a lot. I have another video about traveling with toddlers and what makes it easy. That is a huge thing. Staying deluxe does make your life easier if you're closer to the actual parks. Another thing that happened in 2023 that is continuing for 2024 is bounce back offers. Bounce back offers are when you are on a Disney vacation, Disney World vacation, and when you're there, you possibly might get an email, or you just have to know that a bounce back offer is possible. And within 7 days of you checking out, you can call and make another reservation for a discounted price. Now, as a travel agent, I have been doing that for my clients over and over again when they leave the parks, so that they have that great discounted price to come back another time. You can also do that if you book this on your own. So don't think that like it has to be through a travel agent. You can definitely do that also. But it is a great thing to know about, because it's not well publicized at Disney, and it's kind of like hidden. So you really need to know about these bounce back offers to know to book them. There's a number you can call when you're in the room. You need to know your dates, and they can give you different pricing for different things, but you really need to know what it is that you want, the dates you want, to get the best pricing. So just know that ahead of time, but that's another great option. Again, another way to get into those deluxe resorts if you are a moderate resort person, or if you are a deluxe resort person, it might be like, hey, we can actually we can come back. We can do another quick trip, or, we can come for the Christmas party or the Halloween party, because, we were able to get such a great price for that. So all right, that will do it for what's coming in 2024. Stay tuned for what's going to happen in Genie Plus and what's going to happen there. I will have videos, and make sure that you look below for some of those videos that I talked about today, and I will see you next time on Magical Travel Adventure.